finish and get everything set up. But hello everybody and welcome back. So we are going to be playing some more Ruminant Minotaur today. Probably going to be using, so the team I used last time, I modified it a little bit. Just a little bit. So what happened is I swapped out Piranha for Calibus because I figured that actually fix the volume a little bit. Yo, it's alright, great to see you. You are indeed first. Welcome. We added Calibus because I was thinking it'd be kind of nice to have something. Basically, I was just looking at the type chart, how to round out the type chart. And Calibus kind of makes it so I'm not as weak to Toxics, although I cannot actually hit Toxics. So I've got Nidrasil, Calibus, and Babla that all get walled by Toxics, and Broccolum doesn't like them either, and so I don't have any wins, so it's kind of rough. I'm probably not going to keep things this way forever, but I'm still trying to figure out what feels good and what doesn't. I also added some speed on a lot of stuff like Grumper and Minotaur, so now I'm not as slow. Added more damage on Broccolum, so basically it's less of a tanky team now and more just like a bulky offense. So I've been playing a couple games throughout the week with this. It's kind of like, I don't know. I might go back and modify the original again and try and go for tankiness. The reason I have this much speed on Grumper is so that I can outspeed most Velashes before they Madness buff, which is relevant. Volgons before they use their normal prio, and Hedgens before they microwaves. Not that you see a whole lot of Hedgens, but it's nice to have the option. And so those are all kind of my thoughts. It just doesn't work out that great. Minotaur's speed probably is more detrimental than anything. Probably rather have them special defense, but we'll keep trying it and see how it feels. I was hoping to wait to queue until after the ads hit. They should be like any second now. Doing today? Oh, I'm doing really well. So I'm becoming hard addicted to Deadlock. Like, I was actually, so normally I don't even play games solo anymore, but I was actually playing some solo Deadlock games last night. And I played some more this morning, and I'm going to play some more after the stream. I almost didn't stream because I could have just played Deadlock with a friend all day. It's bad. I got Max Creed, my artist for the game. He's working on the last batch of sprites. Once he finishes those up, I'm going to go through and craft all the, or like, plan out all the abilities, all the stats, and all the movesets of every single mutant in the game. I know they won't all appear in the demo, but I want to make sure that every single niche feels filled with like relatively minimal move creation. And it's because there will be like a minimum 8 mutants in the demo. I would rather have their movesets more or less finalized by the time I release the demo or the playtest. So I'm kind of waiting for that. We ran into a few issues with the human sprites, honestly. They're designed well, but the problem is that there's no easy way to set it up to display within Godot. So a lot of the little icons, like, do I happen to have something saved that I could I don't think I have an image that's just... Yeah, shoot. Deadlock that good? I think it is. I was somebody who was really addicted to League for a long time. I never like at an unhealthy level, but like that it was my main game that I played. And I guess some days I would spend 8 to 12 hours straight playing League. But it kind of just got a little out of hand. Or just like I never felt like I was improving. And I always love when I get to join a game when it's just starting out, because then I feel like I'm on a closer to an even playing field with everyone, and I can grow with the game itself. And that's kind of what this is. It's basically like I'm able to kind of figure out things as I go, and I'm not too far behind. I found a character I really like to play. Is Bebop, for anyone who knows. I'm a Vel'Koz main in League, so having a big death laser is just really cool. And yeah. What was my main role in League? I was a mid laner. Mid laner, Vel'Koz, one trick. I played Talia mid as well back before they completely gutted her and then turned her into a jungler, so it was ages ago. I've also played Syndra, Malzahar, Anivia, played some Corki. Basically a lot of mages, and then Corki. Cassio is another big one. And then support's a secondary. Still play on occasion. I was saying about the... we'll queue up now. The ads are pretty much over. So hey someone, good to see you. So the player sprite, normally so to display in like static version of the mutants, rather than loading in their entire sprite sheet and then only having it do like the top right corner or top left corner of it, I was just taking a separate picture of the sprite. But now, because the human is going to be multiple layers to account for clothing and hair, because it'll be customizable, I can't do that. Because I can't just take an extra picture. So I actually will need to rework that in every system where those are used, which is mainly on the team builder, which is going to be a huge mess, because those are purely identified by the images. And then two, on the little displays on the side, like the 4 displays, like during the battle, right next to the grid. So it's kind of tough to figure out. Figure out how I'm going to do that. There was also quite a few layers that were kind of like all over the place when I got the sprite sheets. So it's just like the head layer would actually be mixed in with the leg layer or the body layer. And so it's just kind of like maybe we just do the human as one layer, add clothes as another layer on top of it, weapon as a layer, and the hair as a layer. So there'll be 4 layers total. But that, I don't know. It makes me wonder how other games do customizability. Like I can see the way Temtem does it, where they have like hats and hairstyles all as one. And they don't have like the preview. Like every time that you look at your character, they're loading in the full characters. Is it still a sprite if it's 3D model? The full character model. Like even when you go to preview your profile. Well, I guess that's not the case. So what I really wonder is how they do it here, like on your little name tag. Because this is kind of similar to the issue I'm running into. Because it's easy enough to load in the full character model. But to load in like a small section of it, like it's a picture, you'd basically have to still load in the model, but then just crop the area at which it can be seen. And make it static so it's not like in an idle animation. So that's just kind of what I'm dealing with. I am in queue, by the way. I just... Looking while you're running to the post office? Sounds good. Have a safe trip. Hope you're standing something fun. Or picking up something fun. Early Christmas gifts or something. But yeah, I was trying to think of what some other improvements to this team could be. I did try with, instead of Anatan, I had Tolkien for a little while. Because Tolkien's typing worked perfectly for what I wanted to do, or for the team. Because I cover electrics and waters very well. But the problem was that Tolkien just had like an opposite play style to what this team wants to do. Like sure, it's got heater, and it can like burn and create space to get buffs that way. But it still just felt bad. I even tried like fiery heists, like Tolkien's only support move. Still didn't do much of anything, so gave up on that. Threw Anatan in there. It's still kind of nice, but Earths are very common this meta, so I'm not super sold on it. Like Earths and Toxics are the 2 typings I need to beat. The winds are pretty prevalent. or wins aren't prevalent enough to scare them off. So it might be something where I end up swapping Anatan for like Tuvine. I think I mentioned that last stream as well, that I'd consider throwing in Tuvine. And then also, because Tuvine fits, you just throw Building Blocks Receptive on it and then have Diamond Fort. But then I don't know what to throw in the other water slot. Because if it's not Piranhient, I've already got Baboa, and if it's not Calibus, then what is it? I don't know. Can't queue until you're in a match. Fair enough. Good to see you, Zathrin. Picking up Ultra Premium Pokemon Card Kit for Scarlet and Violet. 151 for the stream. Okay, gotcha. That is fun. Very fun. Magma Cannon do 2 turns of burn. Yeah, so it kind of is, every time I would want to click Fiery Heist, I would just click Magma Cannon instead. So it kind of felt bad. The only one that seems to be toxic is Vola, and that has felt that way for years now. No, Tuvine's been very good at beating Toxics. Tuvine's usually my go-to. I don't like Turok, and I don't like Vola either. Turok used to feel so strong that I never wanted to use it. Now it just feels so weak I don't want to use it. If the thing had Earthbreaker, then I would be using it. That was my suggestion. They took Lulu's instead and put Earthwave on it. Still think Earthbreaker would make it such a cool Tem. But yeah, I mean, now the music's too quiet. No, I just hate seeing Volas around, because with this team as is, Volerant has to be a permaban. And I was doing a few matches last night, and I was running into Vola plus Mashuk. And Mashuk is a perfect counter to all the things weak to Toxic, but also a pure counter to Broccolum, and it also beats Grumper and Rolder, or they basically go even. So it's just kind of like, if you have Vola and Mashuk, it is so bad for my team. I still won those matches, but it was tough. It just goes to show how stupid this team kind of is. I'd be very curious to try a team like this back in the TemCS days, if we were on this current patch. Though I don't feel confident with where it's at right now. I think it still needs further refining. I don't think Anatan's the play. Anatan's fun. It's definitely a team check, but if you don't have that team check, it just feels bad. Also, I've been running Head Charge on it, and I think Mineral Hail. Oh, yikes, dude. This should be like prime time yet for most people. Maybe people are on lunch break. I tried Head Charge instead of Mineral Hail, because I do like Head Charge, and it allows you to actually hit Earths for 2x. But as soon as a 1x plus a Head Charge into a Volphy didn't kill it, I was sad. I was very sad. Because Anatan's attack just isn't that high without a heat up. Now, if I had a head or a heat up Head Charge, that would be great. That would be awesome. Or even if I was able to get like an H slap Head Charge, that would be pretty good. But the only H slap I have is on the Calibus. Kind of why I had the Calibus plus the Anatan combo. Anatan already combos super well with Baboa, but also it combos well with Calibus, so it's kind of like a double thing. And yet I don't get much value out of Calibus Anatan. It's like those are the two slots I can't figure out. Head Charge does kill Mudred. Yeah, but you have to catch a Mudred on a swap in. You can actually stay one turn on a Volphy because pretty much every Volphy has... Or the Volphys don't have a turn 1 Earth. It just doesn't have a turn 1 Earth, so you don't have to be afraid of that. Alright, there's the match. Guile, alright. Now, I know this is a Kaleidoscope Gario. I've learned after facing him so many times. Because it's a Platamus, I'm not super afraid. I think I'm going to ban the Chim, bait him to pick Hazrat Gario. It's like his favorite lead. And then Baboa has Straw Shield, so it takes like 0 damage from the first Toxic move. And plus, there's like no way he's not going to click Heat Up anyways. See, and like the Gyarados not going to have Evasion turn 1 now. So I can one-shot it with Water Cutting. Yeah, see. Easy bait. Easy bait. Yo, Shalonian, thank you for the raid. I did see you were streaming. I tuned in for a second, but I didn't stay real long. How were the games? Were you winning? Also, for anyone who doesn't know, Shalonian is... he's another Temtem streamer. He's pretty much trying to... Temtem is like the main game he's streaming right now, and he's doing a lot of comp and just kind of miscellaneous Luma hunting and stuff. So if you guys want some more comp content, definitely check him out. The one thing I would say is, so I was just looking on mute for a bit, is it would be nice if you pressed X a little bit more often, just because I couldn't tell, like, did you switch the item on Magmut? I didn't even know what you were running, because you got hit with a 2X from something or other, and I was like, huh, where's the reactive vial? Did pretty well, that's good, that's good. I think I just gotta take out the Size Munch. Size Munch bad. Oh, also Sludge Gift outspeeds Golzy. Didn't activate? Oh, yikes. Okay. I've heard about some bugs like that. I didn't know they were still around. I wonder if this is actually going to be a speedy Gyarados. I should be naturally 4 points of speed faster than it, but it may not be the case. So what do you got in place of that then? Or are you still just running Arvile anyways? I think I have to pick Anatan. I'm also going to grab the Minotaur. I think Minotaur just in general is going to be nice. I won't be able to get any Ruminant procs this game, but that's okay. Okodakinu with Straw Shield. So Straw Shield doesn't work on Kinu. So that's not surprising. I'd be more surprised if you know, that wasn't exactly the case. Okay, so the options for what he can bring in are Platamus and Golzy. You understand how it works? Yeah, it's just really bad wording. In Temtem, so 2x is effective damage, and super effective is 4x damage. Yeah, I mean, of course Gyarados swaps there into Platamus. Fair enough. Different from Pokemon? Yeah. First aid kit Platamus? Are you serious? Kind of curious what's the plan here. He could double Toxic move into Baboa, but honestly I'm pretty sure I live. Unless it's like Toxin Shower into Wastewater from the +3 Hazrat. That I don't live. I guess he can't Rotten Goose, so it would have to be Toxin Shower into Wastewater to kill Baboa. Or he can Aquatic into Wastewater, and I don't think Roller lives that. Roller really only needs to kill the Hazrat. That's his whole reason for being alive, so I'm okay sacking it here. Oh, but he did swap the Hazrat into Nesla. Okay, good play, good play. But he went for Rotten Goo. So Straw Shield procs before the Seized happens, so I still get good value off that. Alright, and that did 133 damage. So that means... Do I die? I mean, if Straw Shield takes away, you only take 1/3 damage. I just don't know how it works with Mucus, and I kind of want to leave it in just to test. But also at the same time, Bobble is kind of valuable. Alright, we're gonna swap in Anatan. You're learning? Yeah. Temtem is just a huge learning curve all around. Marbles, yuck. Alright, no nut bar, that's fine. I still have self-care. Aquatic into Rolder, which isn't great, but it's okay. Oh, it's Hydrologist Nesla? Really? So I get Tardy Rush on Roller now. It's not super important. But it's there. Say it as a joke and pick ban Hydro Nesla. I mean, Guile always runs goofy stuff. He was the guy who was running the 0 attack Gazuma for so long. Or just 1 attack Gazuma? I don't know, whatever it was. Good play, good play. $500 stamp gym. Why? Why? Some interesting stuff on ladder, that's for sure. That is for sure. He doesn't want to take damage on his Hazrat. So I'd be a little surprised if he swaps it in. But at the same time... Oh, he did it. Getting damage on the Minotaur, so now I can't really stay in. The only thing I need Roller for is to deal with this Hazrat. But I need Babua to deal with Gario and Nesla, so I'm going to save the Babua. I can bring in Anatan, but the thing is, Anatan doesn't do anything on this board. I'm going to try Paizoing. I don't think I get it off, but it's at least worth a shot. Nesla OX is here, which is what I wanted. And Anatan doesn't take any damage. Now the question is, does the Hazrat have Toxin Shower? If he wants to trade Hazrat for Roller, I am okay with that. I'm pretty sure I just win at that point. He does swap to Gario, which makes sense. Double swaps. Okay. Well, I wasn't expecting that. Now, Golsey does go down. Have to bring in Baboa here. I'm okay if Anatan goes down. In fact, that might be the best thing for me. Nesla OX is here and the game should be over. Oh shoot, Anatan lived. That's actually not great. I think I still have this, but it's not guaranteed. I'm gonna need... I need T-Strike plus Goring to kill the Gario. And I'm pretty sure he's got a very bulky Gario, so that's asking a lot. I guess I can... I see I can't use Earthbreaker here. I guess I can use it on the Gario. Alright, there's no isolate. No anything. Oh, he goes for a Toxin Shower. Yeah, no, I always target the Gario here. Gario, he did have the Toxin Shower the whole time, which is kind of surprising. Oh, I had that easy. Okay, maybe not easy, but like I had it. It's just done, yeah. Nah, that was my only play there. Like the Hazrat can't do anything to these two. So the fact that he just chipped down his Gario for me at all, oh, it was very nice. GG. You know, even though he heated up on the Hazrat turn 1, he never really was able to do anything with it. I just didn't give him the space to. Where's he at for rank? Okay. Yeah, it's so hard to push this season. Are the top players even in Diamond? I don't know. No one's out of gold last you checked? Okay. I'm gonna check too. Just because it gives us something to do in the long waiting time rather than just murder mentals. Spam ads between games. Was yesterday? Okay. I don't even know who's actually on top. Natna's on top? Man, it's been a while since I've seen him. I haven't even faced him on ladder in ages. Oh, wait. Are you serious? Hold on. Did he fall? 1596. Oh, wow. So we're the same rank. Or no, he's 2-1, I'm 1-2. Okay, okay. I was just trying to see. And then I would see the Genesex at. Okay, so gotta break like 1600 to hit the top. Alright, well, we're gonna run a quick commercial breaks while we're not in a match, thanks to the reminder lore, and we'll be back in like a minute and a half. New TMR system is worse. Shuriken like you were over 1700, and now top players under 1600. Losing way too much TMR over silver. Yeah. I mean, I think it would be fine if the player population was higher, but it's just not. That's the real issue. You know, I'm actually going to be kind of sad if I get an Umbra out of this mental radar. Because I really like Umbra, or I really like Luma Minotaur. And Umbras are kind of meh on most. I think it looks really good on more threatening Tems, I guess. I don't know, that doesn't really fit because Minotaur is like a bull. It looks just as threatening as anything else. But I mean, stuff like Piranhient I think make it look good. I'd say Taifu makes it look good. Maybe menacing is the right word. Sorry with the surprise ads. But I have to run 3 minutes of ads every hour. And so I am trying to make it so that I missed that. So that I can run them like in between the battles while we're waiting for queues rather than it pop up in the middle of a battle. Tested that at the end of last stream and I forgot about it. Last and OCR look better as Umbras than Lumas. Yeah, part of it just is due to, so that's more of their Luma sucks rather than the Umbra looks good. Like, Valiar is another one I'd put in that category. I think Valiar Luma's really lame, but Valiar Umbra looks awesome. Queue's dead already? They seem to be. Like, our first queue was like 7 minutes, and here's another like 3-4 minute queue. It's still going. I mean, do we know how long this season's gonna be? Like, it's kind of like Wild West territory. Like, it's not even like season, but like competitive season. All too bad for the game, and only Argon and Plat are allowed to be Legend or High Diamond. Who knows? Who knows? Umbra looks good. I think Gyarados Umbra is good. Looks like a void creature. Yeah, I could see that. Ends around the 22nd. Oh, that's not bad at all. Few of us left are camping here. That does seem to be what happens. Alright, we're up against Kiskulls. Haven't faced them in a while. We're gonna just knock out the Voloran because, you know, obviously the big Vola weakness. There's another Gario Hazrat combo, which I'm not super fond of. There could potentially be some speed on the Gario. I always like enough speed on my Gario to outspeed min speed Scaravolt. Because that's a relevant matchup. It's a very relevant matchup. And that lets you outspeed base Tyrannac and stuff too. I think Nidrasil is going to be the play here. Only thing I don't want to run into is the Hazrat. But I don't have... My Rolder doesn't have Stone Ball. I haven't run Stone Ball and Rolder in forever, so some people know that. Others don't. But those who do know can just pick stuff like Hazrat into me turn 1 and heat up in my face. Could be a Windblade Gazuma. Not really afraid of that. Yeah, there's the Hazrat. This is an option too, though. Alright, there's one of my Earthstone. I'm definitely going to take out Chim here because I'm dedicating Minnow as my carry. Gonna pick my own... I'm gonna pick Babua first. Babua is super valuable against this backline. Gonna pick Roller too because he'll be good against Hazrat. And from there, I think I'm gonna pick Calibus because of spreading Toxic Ticks. It'll wall Gario if needed. It can probably 1v1 Roller. And also it's just kind of a backup for Hazrat. People are unironically using Windblade. Oh yeah, it's actually pretty popular. It is. I've seen it on both Lawali and Gazuma, just because Hurricane sucks. And Windblade also sucks. Alright, so don't have to worry about Naga, so Roller's biggest counter is out of the game. Kind of an interesting play in my opinion. But I guess that was part of his plan. Another thing I can do is I do a Black Hole on the Rollers, or on the Minnow, so I can get value that way. Okay, it's not a whole lot of damage, but that's fine. Another Hasty plus a Toxic. Oh, interesting. He's just going for damage. Really interesting. It looked like a DA Naga? It did, it did. Blizzard's good if you have Turbo. Can be good. Can be good. I think I die if I stay in. Or no, I don't, because of the Marbles chip. I do die if he has Electric Storm, though. Not all Gazumas run Electric Storm. In fact, it's not all that common. Oh, there's the heat up. Okay. No, I even have attack invest on the Nid. That's so sad. Thought it might have just been a slower Gazuma. Wasn't really expecting that. So I'm pretty confident I live like a +3 whatever this Hazrat's got. Reactive Vial, huh? I mean, this is always a Roller swap in turn. I do get Black Hole synergy, but I could also just Paizo instead. I guess Paizo OXs me because my Stam Calc. Oh no, Stam Calc isn't bad. Marble's bad. Marble's bad. I have nothing that wants to eat a Black Hole. He could swap in Gario. And that's fine. Nope. Yeah. Nom 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 nom. Roller loves to eat those. Now, yes, I could have done that on the Hazrat. Especially since Roller isn't even that big of an issue for me. But I do think this is the better play. Oh, Drill Impact. Haha, another non-Stone Ball believer. I'm gonna save Minotaur. He's still valuable. He's still got Paizo up. It could be good for one-shotting. Well, I guess I can't really one-shot an Arachnite if it's adaptive, which surely it is. So the best thing for me to swap in here is Calibus. Could potentially be like Cage Roller. I saw a Cage Volgon again. Man, those tilt me, honestly. More than anything else in this patch, I think I get tilted by the Cage Volgons the most. Because Volgon has so many moves it wants to run. You already don't want to sacrifice its offensive options. So just... And it's already, like, highly invested in speed and damage. So having a random support move on it is just a, haha, I gotcha! And that's about it. But I mean, it can work in, like, specific situations. Was I faster than the rat? Probably. No, he stayed in anyways! What are you doing? Cage makes so much sense, especially with Size Munch. I disagree. I definitely disagree. Gario was always coming in there. Well, I can see it with Size Munch. Oh, you get +1 speed, and you give synergy, and you're trapping your opponents. That seems... It's such a specific situation where you'd want that, though. Like, most opponents are not going to leave their... I don't know what moves this thing has. It could have harmful microwaves. And go for Roller. Speed buff into synergy. You can't convince me this is bad. It's a lot of it's a lot of setup for very little value, very situational value. I guess what you have to what I would consider is just like how many times you're going to be clicking Cage, and it's going to be beneficial. Then would you rather have something? Okay, good. It is adaptive. Then you would rather have, say, just more damage in general, like be able to have Prio with DC Beam, spread move with Ampere, or ability to hit Earths and Crystals with whatever other move. Useful a lot of times. DC Beam is troll. See, I think a lot of people would disagree and say that DC Beam is essential or super important. Literally the best move? Yeah, see? Very controversial take you have there. I didn't pay enough attention to see if I actually died to this T-Strike or not. I went for the Calibus? Why? It must not have killed alone then. So he has Unseen T-Strike. Might have to gamble here on what the other move is, because I can bring in Minotaur, Outspeed, and Hasty Lunge, and then still have Paizo up to kill the Hazrat next turn. But if he stays in on Hazrat or swaps the Arachnite instead, I basically have to guess if he's swapping the Hazrat or the Arachnite, because it could be either. And I hate that. People click DC Beam against you, always wondering why they play it. Probably not for not that much damage is worth it. I mean, if you're playing Stall, no, it's not going to be worth it. Oh, he stayed in on the Hazrat. Didn't swap either. That's why I went for the safe play. Now the game's over. GG. It did have Harmful. And it does have Stab on that, so Minnow's dead. That's why it was really risky, because if he swapped the Hazrat there, I would have just died on the spot. I guess I would have been able... I guess I could have threatened Gario. And then I would have had to hope that my... I guess I could have done 25%, because Marbles with Aquastone. Definitely could have, definitely. Playing Volgon on Stall is a weird choice. I don't know if he... I think he mean... I was meaning he might play against it as Stall. And then DC Beam wouldn't do anything. 0 speed Gario, nice. That HP did not go down as fast as I thought. GG. Alright. Had to think a lot on that one. Trying to play around toxic types with this team is awful. And when you get the Hazrat, Volorend, Mashuk, all three of them are all problems. So, I mean, Anatan's not doing much of anything for me. besides being a fire type threat on a stall team. For you either. There's just a lot of earth types, I think, that make it tough to run. And because there's a lot of earth types, there's also a whole bunch of water types as well. And people feel comfortable running earth and water types because they're also good against like the fire spam teams and the microwave teams. And earth types are good against Volgon and Valash and stuff. Only run in an Umbra. Yeah. I had this Luma Anatan from before the Digilair, so it used to be cool. I still love the thing. And if I saw more longevity in Temtem, I'd definitely grind out for something cooler. Whether that be a Luma Mythical. Post a pic in our chat. Alright. Yeah, I know. Sounds like you've been grinding for a while. Oh boy, another Temtem news. Hey guys, did you know the Temtem Swarm is now available with a demo? Need to log it. Yeah, no rush, no rush. Oh, I guess I'll run the. I gotta run the other minute and a half of ads / so we'll be back in a sec. It's a similar game to Temtem with just more players. I think the problem is the more players part. Because, like, we'll see how either my game or Platt's game turns out. Because the problem, a big problem is getting people to play. Because a lot of us are addicted to Temtem. And the thing is, if we had to learn a new game, I don't know how many would stick around. Because one of the hardest things about getting into Temtem is just the huge knowledge gap. Now, I'd like to think it's kind of like some people like team building, but others really want to establish metas. Which reminds me, I should actually have like an option for preset teams in my comp. A lot of people play these games only for the story and not PvP. Well, yeah, but that's a given. I just mean, like, we used to have a solid PvP player base, and they're all gone. So, like, those people were interested in PvP, and where did they go? Because they had to go somewhere. It seems like a lot of them went to chess, others went to card games, some went back to Pokemon. Like, they went somewhere. Also, yeah, 2-minute commercials. I have to run 3 minutes of ads every hour. Otherwise, I have to run pre-rolls, and everyone hates pre-rolls. So I just... a minute and a half in between matches while we're in these long queues anyways. I figure it's fine. We'll see if... am I in queue, or did I forget? I'm kind of bad at that. It's not used to those anymore? Yeah. Yeah, I'm in queue. Chess is even more of a knowledge gap. Yeah, I know, but like some people had prior knowledge going into it. Oh boy. Is anyone else getting like more creative spam texts? Is this just like some random like telemarketers or somebody got my number? And they keep sending me stuff like, hey, it was good to see you again. Or, hey, can we talk real quick? I just got one that said, hey, I dreamed about you last night. And no, it's not one of those like sketchy link that's like sending you like to Cornhub or something. It's just like trying to get your attention. It's just so weird. Half of them are, or they're probably like all AI generated, and it's just like, why? Did people actually click on those? There's no way. Oh, good luck, have fun. Triple toxic. Got the beautiful Luma Tyrannek. I had a more interesting one that actually used names. Like, it's like, hey, I'm so-and-so from the school's, like, volleyball team. Is there still a spot open or something? It's trying to act like it was an actual person. And who knows, it might have been. But I never answer him anymore because it's just like, you could literally just text that to a random number. And then if you respond, or even if you leave, like, a read receipt, they will know that that is an active number and they will, like, continue sending you. In fact, they'll start calling you more often. I don't know the in-depth stuff for how to get rid of it. I've heard there's some places where you can completely scrub your information because all you got to do is request that they don't use your information because that's the loophole, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, I don't know if my Broccolim's tanky enough to survive a water cannon venom spread anymore. It might be, but I don't know. Surely a Straw Shield Whip Lump. Don't think Vola should have been my first ban. It has to be. So Vola completely walls Nidrasil, Calibus, Baboa, and half of Broccolim. And I also lost one of my 2 electrics. It has to be my first ban. Always. This team sucks type matchup wise. It's really bad. I just haven't figured out what's better. Like, Vola literally invalidates half my team. So it has to be a first ban. Is Acronox not worse? So Acronox I can actually... So Acronox versus Calibus in like a late game situation is pretty much even, Steven. I can even hit it with like a... I can even hit it with like Water Cutting Lily before I die because I'm Straw Shield Mucus. Even Nidrasil can deal some chip damage to it. I can actually 2x it with Broccolim. It is not nearly as bad. In fact, it's so not as bad. Well, I'm going to knock it out now just because Anatan is my carry. But I think there's definitely a world where... I think I want Minotaur purely for Grunder backup. Purely for Grunder backup. I do have H-Slap on the Calibus. I don't think it's really going to be worth it turn 1 though. Gosma has bait. Just tank the Tyrannek and heat up. Volthy could come in. Whatever. Volthy doesn't like taking a tank, so that's kind of goofy, but I'm all good with it. Good thing I didn't H-slap. Wouldn't have really done anything. That's great damage, really awesome. So it's Hurricane, DV. Because of the Hurricane, I don't want to swap in Nidrasil. I'll swap in Brock. Brock's fine here, and there's nothing that immediately threatens it. Grunder, actually, I think Grunder outspeeds it by a couple points because I don't have any speed in this Brock. Is that what's coming in? See, this I don't care about. Tyrannac can chill. Lose to Electromagnetism. Electromagnetism's on a hold though, so he wouldn't have been able to use it turn 1, and so I was never afraid. Nothing wants to take a soul shout. It's not Frightenac, so no camouflage proc here. That's okay. I really don't mind that. Oh, he didn't. Oh, no. Oh, no mucus. I'm like, what? How did I get burned? Well, yeah, duh. I'm also slower than the thing because of the T-Prism. Who'da thunk? There's the Ebolo on Brock's, back up to full. Too bad I'm slower. Could be a meteor swarm or what? I don't know. I don't think I'm really in danger. But I'm still not. I'm still trying not to make any mistakes. Here's Hurricane. Calibus don't care. No self-care. I'm still getting up bar though. Still no fire move. Okay. Crystal Bite the Gazuma. Not afraid of the Tyrannac. I strangled the Tyrannac there because he's the only one that... I'm more afraid of a Meteorite than whatever this Gazuma clicks. Oh, I mean, I'll take a free Calibus swap in. Actually, Calibus was just dead weight for me there. I'm glad it's gone. It was out of stamina, it had no health left, and it was dead. I think that's just game. Does he know? He might know. I don't have Mineral Hail on the Sanatan, otherwise I'd stay in and just nuke the Grunder. I think it's trying too hard to keep the Volphy alive, and it's going to end up being like a Tyrannac, Nidrasil, Volphy endgame, and I just win that. Even a Meteorite on a Mid probably does like 60-70%, and I just don't think he's got enough after that. Minnow's pretty tanky, I can take these just fine. Even if I get hit on Brock here. Yeah. That does... That does 51%, or more like 50.2%. But that's fine. I see the strat. Whip bump out speeds. Well, actually, it might have not outsped, but it breaks the evasion. But now because of the taser, the Nox bomb won't kill. Nope, he actually just went for the water cannon. Oh well. Over predicted there. That's okay. Beef up was a good play by him. Yeah, so I really want to bring in Anatan. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna chip down the Tyrannac, trying to put it in range to die to a Tink, which I don't think it's gonna quite be in range. I couldn't risk a black hole because I would have got outsped if this is aiming towards the Minotaur. It's not. That is, though. I think I die. So I would have been able to get a burned black hole off, and I think a resisted Paizo would have done just as much. So now we do this. Even if Garunder swaps, it has to swap into a Volphy. Yeah. I don't know, maybe the burn black hole would have been better. There's the flaming meteorite. We'll see if Nid lives. I was saying it was due between... Oh, no, it's on the Anatan. If the beef up was on the Tyrannac, that would have hurt, but I still don't think he would have stood a chance. Yo, Lucas, thank you so much for the Prime sub. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. The first turn, there wasn't much you could do. That was a tough draft for you. GG indeed. Yeah, Anatan is just one of those Tems. If you don't have a good way to deal with it turn one, it's gonna ruin you. Doing good? It's good to hear. Yeah, I mean, I'm doing well. I've been distracted lately. Deadlock has consumed my free time. Temtem's been fun still. Slowly but surely making progress on my game. And that's kind of the summary. Now that I'm basically like a full adult out of college, life is just simple. I wake up, go to work, get home, either take a nap or work on my game, go to sleep, repeat. Being an adult sucks. But hey, I'm getting a bonus and a raise this month, so... Booyah. Ruminant Minotaur? Yeah, so it's gotten changed around a couple times. I think it's pretty good. I haven't been proccing it very often today. So last week I tried a bulkier version of this team, and this is more of an aggressive team, or version of the team. Both have their strengths and weaknesses, it seems like. I feel like there needs to be a hybrid, though. Grumper could probably lose the speed. But I don't know. More money to pour in a mutant grid? No, really? Yeah, that's exactly my thought. I've got a decent chunk saved up for as soon as the housing market crashes and I can buy a place. Or at least begin my loan. But I've got so much money saved up from when I was working. Like, I never spent money at all through high school, and I worked a good amount of hours. In college, I didn't have to pay a whole lot either. My parents were very nice and paid the large majority of my college. So I just have whatever student loans we were able to get, which wasn't a lot. So I've basically got a lot of money that I'd call it hobby money. What other people spend on their, like, I got a lot of people that collect crazy things like swords and armor, or like retro video games and stuff. Whatever everyone else spends on. I don't have any like addictions. I don't buy like drugs or alcohol or anything, so I don't need to spend money on those. My addiction is video games, ha 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 ha, and so yeah, just able to put money into that. Telling us you're rich. I am very fortunate in the it's not from like lack of working. I've definitely worked for a lot of my money, but to get a wife, that doesn't seem to be a problem I'll have in the near future. That's a plushie shelf behind me. Alright, come on. The Pigaplex plush was like 30 bucks. The Platypet one was like 25. The Pookie one was custom made and that was 100 bucks. Because of the shipping was half of that. Because I got it shipped in from Miss Gariel and she had to send it from France, so. The rest of them are all from garage sales when I was a kid. Or like the good, whenever there's a good deal at the Pokemon Center shop. I'd still pick up a Dwebble if there was a case or an option to, but I also don't have like a coffee addiction. I'm definitely not a Starbucks guy. The amount of money I watch my sister burn through just because she gets Starbucks or Caribou every single morning is sad. It is just insane to me. I don't eat out much. I'm pretty much have the same frozen meal every single day. Yay for Walmart. Cheap meals. I guess I for most of my life I use my money relatively frugally, conservatively. I basically save a lot. It's easy to spend money, yeah. Definitely is. Good lifestyle, I tried. Sounds like yours. I think if I had like a group of friends that wanted to go out more often and do stuff, I'd probably have gotten dragged into that more often. But all my friends are also kind of just gamers, and the fact that we played League of Legends of all games, like a free one, also helped. If we were jumping around playing like brand new $50 game here, there, every other week, then it would have been tough. Like a friend of mine just picked up the new Warhammer game, and like I wouldn't have been opposed to getting it, but he is literally on like the opposite sleep schedule as I am. He goes to bed at 5 in the afternoon, and that's when I get off work. So we would have zero time to actually play the stupid thing together. But if we were buying games left and right, that would definitely drain my funds. Team with the KGB, you get an alcohol problem too. No, I am just fine not having an alcohol problem. In fact, the only thing I ever really drink is water. Like I don't drink pop. no like juice, protein. I can't. I'm allergic to milk, so I can't even have milk. I drink water. See, this is why the wife thing isn't an issue. I'm just a simple, boring guy. Even when, like, with Glover, like, when I was doing my retro days, it's just like, I own Glover. I own the Nintendo 64. Ash Alioli. Probably gonna be on the Nox. What have I done during college? College was full of a lot of game nights more than anything. Not like Cards Against Humanity stuff. More like strategic board games. Stuff like Root, Risk, Stratego, or some others. Just less party games and more just like things you have. D&D. I did D&D for a number of years. I haven't in a while. So many times when I would play D&D, there would always be that one guy who's just like makes some contract with the underworld and then causes the whole campaign to end. Like, I don't mind a little bit of chaos here and there. I really don't. But when it's gonna ruin the entire campaign, come on, just, can you not? I think this is my best lead, which isn't great. I don't have a whole lot to deal with this Calibus. Yeah, threatens out the Valash. Like, this is definitely the pick he always goes for. One player whose goal is to sabotage the campaign. Yeah, always, always, always. Sucks. I'm gonna ban the Valash. Because it frees up Minotaur, and I also don't have to worry about a Madness buff carry. And even if Minotaur gets banned here, I didn't want to deal with it anyways. Like, I could have tried to play around Anatan and ban Volphy instead. That was the other option. But Kapire walls it. Oshiara is not fun into it. Calibus isn't even a great matchup. Calibus outspeeds Anatan by, like, 6 points? Maybe a bit more. I don't know. Either way, it's just like it outspeeds it, so any sort of water move it runs is going to be tough. Yeah, ban the Anatan. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Nope, no, 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 Anatan. Anatan. You see the purple turtle? Purple turtle bat. No! Yggdrasil was going to be my swap in for Roller turn 1. It still works. I just swap in Calibus instead. And I got Bobo to deal with. Kapire is needed. And now if Volphy's picked, I go Minotaur. If Volphy's not picked, I probably still go Minotaur, actually. Because Minotaur counters Gazma just as good as Anatan does, practically. Well, I don't know, it's like 3 Anatan counters, and then 2 things Anatan is strong against. And then there's 3 things Minotaur is good against, and only 1 thing is kind of mediocre against, and 1 neutral. So it's just, with a point system, it's just generally going to be better to pick Minotaur. Plus, Minotaur also kind of acts as a cleaner. Okay. Yeah. Roller's gonna be super useful against like Volgon Gazma Kapire. So I don't want it to take any damage here. I'm imagining that the tank is gonna be on the Broccolum slot, but I don't know for sure. He stayed in. Could be bait on Gazma. Squishy Oshiara. I think that'll take me down to half. I feel like it almost certainly does. It's actually been like more damage if I use Resin Trap on the Calibus here. Oh, it's Power Bank Oshiara. Doesn't have any great swaps here. If it's bait Gazma, he'll probably swap that in. Calibus does have for Diabolo in 2 turns. I've got so many counters to Oshiara, it's not even like a priority kill. But I do just want to like get it out of the way. One more Tink won't kill because he won't have the Toxic Ticks. This is a very, very strange turn to me. He did a total of like 20 damage. Basically was just doing that for the +2 special attack, but he's probably going to pay for it. Because if the Toxic Ticks kill this Oshiara, all I have to do is then double up on Calibus next turn. Yeah, exactly. So I just H-slap and Inner Spirit the Calibus next turn. Like he can kill my Broccolum if he wants, but it's basically like a 2-for-1 situation. And then the Toxic Tick will go before the Diabolo, which is optimal. Tsunami. Yeah, Broccolum will go down here, but that's fine. Like, Calibus was such a huge problem. I did not have a lot of ways to deal with it, and it's like the only thing preventing Roller from just winning this game. Now that Oshiara is effectively dead, at least. And not to mention, my Calibus is still at like full health, so... I don't know what he's going to bring in here. I'm probably just going to bring in my Minotaur and just, like, finish off the Calibus, because Roller's got the end game anyways. I'm guessing it's going to be Gazma that comes in anyways. Because, ooh, Electric... Oh, I guess Volgon could too. It's not going to make a Pyre, though. Gazma would be smarter, so that you can swap in Volgon into the Calibus slot. Oh, the Gazma did have bait the whole time. Weird. Alright, I'm hoping -1 defense I can kill with the Hasty plus the Tink. I want to use Tink just so I can cover for the Volgon swapping in, because I think it's pretty likely. That's what I would do in this situation. Because, like I said, Calibus is the only thing preventing Roller from running away with the game. He's keeping it in just to get the Diabolo proc if he lives. A weird choice, but a choice nonetheless. Oh, Laundry! Okay. Nice. That's a thing he did. Yeah, this game's over. Now my Diaboloprox! Mwahaha. I'm just gonna start chipping down the Gazuma now. And getting a Tink on the Volga. I don't even think a Hurricane plus a T-Strike kills. I think T-Strike still does more in that situation. He did that to avoid the mucus damage, but the stab on T-Strike I think is more than the damage reduction that you lose. I'm gonna swap in Roller just to get holds off. And I'll get Synergy Paizo too, just for fun. Then it's just gonna be a Rock Fall into an Earthbreaker to end the game. See, T-Strike does more. Yeah, that's in Rockfall range, definitely. It's literally in red. No, Minotaur! I do have to say that on a team like this, Broccolum ain't half bad. Do I still wish Broccolum had Plague? Absolutely. But because this is like the one situation where you can get away with it. Oh yeah, that. I forgot about that. Oh well. Because the fourth move that it can run gets more value with Ruminants. I think it's still about the only situation. It's a white roller. Yeah, I did get this Luma roller at the end of my big Luma spree. I know you stole the first one from me. Good to see you, Bossy. How's it going? Do I die to a Quetzal? That's the question. The question. Still work for a little? Sounds good. Qs are a bit slow, so you're not missing too much. Ew. I don't think that would have killed, even without the burn. That's crazy. That's a really bulky Kapire. Huh. Alright, we're gonna run a quick commercial break, 1.5 minutes again, just because. Just because we have to. Let's see. I mean, the whole just ban toxics and win is kind of working. No team member feels bad, and I think that's important. I think the worst one is Anatan. I think the play. Well, if I don't have a fire type, what am I losing out on? So I have a harder time killing natures and crystals. Crystals aren't much of an issue. I have 2 earths. It's just Minotaur. Natures, I have 2 toxics. I do have 2 Earths though. But I also like... I also got Broccolum and Minotaur. Minotaur effectively resists Earth. Or resists nature. We're gonna try switching things up a little bit, and we're gonna go for a 2-Vine. I don't need H-Slap. Not on this one. 28, 28, 34. That sounds like an 81 stam. Yeah. Also, yeah, well, like, I'm seeing that that Lumihan hair collection now. That is ridiculous. Are they all furtless or full of furt? I think I just go like 400 HP and round up on the special defense, rest and attack. Oh shoot, my bait's on the Grumper. I wonder if it'd be worth it to just... I guess I go the full stamina invest, right? Yeah, you know, I'm also just I'm gonna take this speed off. We're gonna go back and max out HP and throw the rest in special attack. And then I think I'm gonna go to Petrify. I can't justify a 60 BP Earth move like that. It's just not worth it. So I throw bait on the 2-Vine, and then I think I'm gonna go... Shoot, I don't know. We'll try camo for now. I do like having the status resist on Grumper because, one, it allows it to prevent sleep, which is common. Also, poison and burn, which it loves swapping into. I do think bait is Grumper's best item, but it's also 2-Vine's best item. And I would rather play a Grumper without bait than a 2-Vine without bait. Because 2-Vine is going to be my main way of dealing with toxics. And Grumper is... I think Grumper's actually been like my most common ban. Lots of people don't prepare for Grumper. Like, at all. And its offensive coverage is insane. And it's so bulky that you can't one-shot it. And in a lot of cases, especially in turn 1s, it can even live at 2x plus a 1x. Like, you can't kill that thing with a water cannon plus a, I don't know, drill impact. It's got so many weaknesses that can be exploited, but it's not gonna lose most of them. How's Brock doing? Better than I would have ever expected. I was just saying a little bit before you showed up that I think this is like the one team where it can really shine, because it's very bulky. And then its 4th move, which, like, what do you normally run in that 4th move? Well, it works for Minotaur. Because you can proc Ruminant. So Zach's on his math team. If he bans Minotaur, I have to ban Gorong. Soul Shout, Inner Spirit, Resin Trap, and Revet? Yeah. I think Revet could be swapped for Bark Shield, potentially too. But when you end up in a late game situation with like Babawa, Brock, and Nidrasil, it's very nice to have Striking Mim at first. So this is 2-Vine's already getting more value, because I would not be able to pick Anatan into this team because there's a Cowrin right there. But I could pick 2-Vine, and that scares off the Nox. And even the Nid. And it's not even afraid of the Babua Cowrin, or it's not really afraid of anything. Problem is, I need to pick something that won't give him like a huge advantage when if he takes it from me. There's not a lot that I can think of that would do that. I think I'm basically forced into picking Roller. Is Mush? What Mush? Don't see no Mush. You mean Move Flank? Yeah. Move Flank Goron combo is really rough. I don't doubt that the Mim is evil though. I don't doubt that for a second. He stole yours. Oh. That's on you then. I don't know. This sucks. It super sucks. He's got so many stall options. And because of his, like, stupid super combo lead, you're forced to ban Gorong if you don't run multiple mentals. I'm a little surprised he's running this team in, like, a hallucination meta, but I don't doubt that he's making it work either. I want Calibus to deal with Babua, also spread Toxic Ticks because Ninja still got banned. Babua's to deal with the potential double Cowrin or Roller Cowrin that we'll end up with on turn 2. The last slot is probably going to be Broccolum just because Grumper doesn't fare well into any of these 3. And I don't need it against like a potential like self-roller or even 2-Vine when I can just pick Brock instead. So it's always Brock in the last slot. Brock walls, Babua, and Cowrin. Since I do have some healing sustain, I do have Drool on Babua as well, just in case it's like a Cowrin stall sort of situation. I do want to keep 2-Vine alive to deal with Nidrasil because, you know, this backline. But we'll see how it goes. Mimit swaps to get something better later. He brings in his own Babua, which makes sense. Soil Steam on the 2-Vine. No, it's on the Roller. He doesn't want that to get any Tardy Rush up, I guess. I cannot do enough damage to 2-shot that. More than likely going to be a Stonewall plus either a Revid or a Drool on one of these. I don't know which. It's a little sad in this case that Babua doesn't have any offensive scaling. Drool. Okay, self Stonewall. No way. Are you serious? I could have doubled into that flippin' Babua so easily. But I'm like, nah. He just buffed up his Cowrin. He'll swap out the Babua because it's so obvious that I'm going to attack it. And he trapped me. Ha! Good play, good play. I guess that is something I was not expecting. So you got me there. That's for sure. I do have Straw Shield, so I'm not going to take much damage from this first Nox Bomber Tink. But it is an issue. I don't think I win this one. I think I get outstalled. I don't have enough offensive scaling to offset the defensive scaling he's got. I could probably, if I really tried, take this to a turn 25. But that would be kind of tough to play around. Doesn't have anything he wants to swap Babua for here. But he's going to. He's just sacking the 2Kai, I guess. So the correct play would be to try and stall this out till turn 25. Because now I have a Tem lead. Alright, he's stealing his... probably stealing his Nidrasil here. Do I even continue playing this game? It's a Bark Shield onto his own Nid, and that's just double Nid. No, it's really... Okay, Bark Shield onto his own Calibus then. Or onto my Calibus. I really would have thought he would have gone double Nidrasil so he could heal his Nidrasil. Kind of strange to see that play, but... I'm not even gonna Diamond Fort, just because... Just because he's going to whittle me down with Toxic Ticks more than anything. Alright, so I'm still faster than him with Brock. Oh, no, he went for Strangle to cancel out my bait turn. Yeah, it had to be Babua there. I'm going to be on the field a long time, so I probably don't want to use Mineral Hail here. We'll rest now when he's not expecting it. So I guess I'm not faster than him. So I imagine he has some amount of speed invested on his Mimic then. Self-drool. Alright, now we Mineral Hail that the regen's gone and we Resin Trap. This should kill Babua if it stays in. If he brings in Nidrasil, Nidrasil will be dead. Unless he's well, Nidrasil will still die. Because then I can just... Oh, Wookle. Getting the rest turn when I did is super valuable. He's got first aid kit on the Mimic. I gotta keep going towards the left slot. I gotta kill something. He cannot double in to kill Brock here. I don't think I'll quite kill Karen, but I'll put it in range where it'll be really hurting next turn. Even if he Aqua Stones 2-Vine here, I think I'm still okay. This is such an awkward game. Why would you do this to me, says Axe? I didn't ask for this. 116. So if I take 58 damage, I will not get another. Actually, I think I'm in red, so I don't think I do anyways. Yeah, I just barely die. I could swap in Babua and like self-reave it. I don't think that's gonna help me too much though. It's just gonna be tough to break through this Karen in this late game situation, especially since my special attacker is now dead. He now also has Synergy, Aqua Stone, which sucks. He double rested, I think. Whoa, that damage is really good, really good actually. I didn't think it'd be that good. There might be a world where I get out of this. If Wookle Aquastone Wookle kills this Karen, I think I win. Emphasis on think. Probably go Tink instead of Aquastone, actually. Well, no, I have to go Aquastone. I have to get it before he gets another Stonewall off. 414. Okay, so I die when he gets another one of those. And he is actually faster than my Wookiee, which is so bad. Oh, I'm -1 speed. That's why. Shoot. I did not take that into consideration. Well, that's tough. Probably toast. Toxic Tick should go off before anything else, right? Yeah. There's no way I can stall this out. So I have to somehow kill him. A +6 Calibus through first aid kit. Pain. 8% on the drill impact. It was like 16 on the feather gat. This is just so bad. So that did an extra like 6%. He did take out the roller, so I'm glad I used Goring. I really wish I had Tornado on my 2-Vine right about now. This would be a different story if I did. A very different story. Am I actually going to win this? Because he can't click a move. He has to strangle Aquastone and hope that kills. If he's even faster. I think he's faster, but I guess I'm not sure. Aquastone alone definitely doesn't kill. Yeah, one more Feather Gat kills. Goes for the strangle. Nice, we actually pulled a win out of this one. Wow, that's crazy. That was a marathon. Hope you guys like Stole because that's... Oh, GG. See, like when the opponent has toxics, we just win, right? That's what people always say. Just win. Just get better. GG. So even though, yeah, it's crazy to win a game against effectively 2 toxics when I have such a severe toxic weakness. I don't think he could have played that much better. I think his mistake was sporing his Calibus twice. When he could have gotten some toxic ticks or damage off with the Nidrasil. I think that would have been the difference. He was playing for the long game. And I think if he knew the Calibus was going to be his win con in the end. He just didn't get enough damage on the 2-9. Alright, we're gonna quick run some more ads. So they don't hit in the middle of the next match. Now I'm gonna take a short mental break, because that was awful. Yeah. Two-Vine's good. Anatan, not so much. I think Two-Vine value is just crazy good in general. There's so many matchups where I just pick Two-Vine, because it's such a good Tem. Crazy to think that the thing ever had Turbine. And Tornado would have helped me a lot there because his special defense was a lot lower than his defense. Because Calidus base defense is like second highest in the game or some third highest. I think it's second highest behind Anatan. And it was +6 on defense. It was only +2 on special defense, and it doesn't have great special defense, especially if he doesn't invest in it. And he definitely had speed invest on that Calibus, or on the Mimit, and I know he had the +1, but he also had speed invest. Probably a lot of HP invest as well. I don't know his exact spread, but... Oh, he also had a lot of stam. At least middling stam. I don't know. So... Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. If we have like 2 more matches in a row like that, I'm not sure how long I'm gonna stream. It's sad because the last couple weeks I was getting through like 10, 12 matches in like 3 hours or something. And now it's like, oh, we're 2 hours in and we've gotten 5 matches done. Because half the day has been queue times. We haven't lost yet today though, which is nice. Team's still good. I still should probably tweak the Grumper spread a little bit. I think even if I don't have like 200 speed, I should probably have a little bit of speed. Enough to outspeed like maybe base Turok, base Adoro or something. It's like 100 speed invest. It's not bad. You guys also get to outspeed things like Tataru without speed invest that way. Not that Tataru is a very common Tem. I'm kind of surprised it's not. I feel like Tataru is still pretty good. But maybe it's just elementals around. Like Tadru may not have Stone Ball anymore, but it's still got Nox Bomb. Whole bunch of things have Nox Bomb though. Quad coverage. Saku's still a thing. I think I'd like to run Barnshee a little bit at some point this patch too. I think I tried it a little bit. I don't know. Maybe I won't though. Like this team's pretty cool. We'll kind of see what happens on the 22nd or whatever, if that's when the season actually ends. I'll actually be gone the 21st. I got a work trip. I mean, it's a Monday anyway, so it's not like I'd normally stream. I got a work trip, so I'll be gone Monday, Tuesday. So if the season resets on Tuesday, I won't be back until Wednesday to check it out. I guess maybe after work hours on Tuesday, we'll see. Might be pretty burnt. I'll have to wake up at 5, because it's to head to work, which is like an hour drive, or like 40 minutes. And then I have to take a 5-hour drive elsewhere to one of our other locations. It's pain. Sandalil. Oh hey, there's a Luma Volgon. I'm not trying to remember if I know this player. The name's not ringing a bell. They definitely have a fast, aggressive team. Baboa ban. That makes sense. Baboa can't be burned by Chromion. Chromion Mudred seems like the obvious lead. I have some more HP in Grumper now, so I think I just gotta hope I can live the Soil Steam plus the Digital Torrent. It's gonna be close. If they're both just max special attack, I don't think and if it's Iron Coating, there's just not a chance. But if they're not quite max special attack, or if it's not Iron Coating... Dude, you have to pick Chromion here. You have to. Like, you have to. There's a Broccolum. No. No Mimit. No Mimit. Not allowed. Chromion. Pick the Chromion. Look, if you're in the stream, pick the Chromion. Hey, Millie. Good to see you. Ruminant Minotaur still putting in work. We actually haven't procced Ruminant very often today, but this team is just good in general. Yes, thank you. It would have been complete and utter troll had that not been picked. Because there's nothing on this team that stops Broccolum. It walls Mudred, I mean, like, they can hit it, but, like, it walls Volgon and hits everything else 2x. Like, Broccolum just eats these teams up for breakfast. But we get to see the good old Grumper Broccolum lead. Still love this lead. I feel like I was the one that basically just invented the combo of these two. It had to be me, right? Like, two completely underutilized Tems. Starting to like Broccolum. I have always loved Broccolum. I just... For a long... I still think it sucks, but I think this is the one team it can function on. And its typing is just so good into the meta, because nobody's expecting it. Nobody plans for it. I've got decent stuff to deal with the Valash. Rolder Calibus. I don't know if it's bait Valash, though. If I'm not picking Minotaur, the worst thing is going to be the Whiplump. But I could also just ban the Mimit. I'll ban the Whiplump. How Die has kind of scared me that Whiplumps are running Cold Breeze, so yeah, we're just not gonna have that today. We'll see what the turn 1 looks like. I do have more special attack in my Grumper now, so I might be able to one-shot the Chromion. I don't... show me Temtem, please. Okay. Or actually, yeah, Chromion, Digital Chromion, whatever. Grumper, Thunderstrike. 400 invests. Shoot. Is 500 not even enough? It's not. It lives on... Seriously? It lives on 1 health. If you're max special attack Grumper. I am not max special attack Grumper. And he didn't even pick the Mimic either. I kind of wonder if this is a newer player. I might still end up losing in a glorious fashion, but I feel like this was a very bad pick ban on their part. Drill Volphy. So I have to double in to kill Chromion. Volphy's useless against Nidrisil, Calibus. The Chromion is just the problem. I am okay with this. It sucks. It does suck, but I'm okay with it. Not even half. I can take another one. Zero HP Chromion. Grumpa would be nice to keep around for like Volgon Valash. So I'll probably swap it out here, bring in probably Nidrisil, get Allergic Spread off hold. Alright, I lied. We're bringing in Calibus. The goal is for Calibus to come in, eat the Dust Vortex. I do enough chip damage to the Valash that he's in range to die to a Synergy Aqua Stone. I swap out Broccolin for Roller the next turn. It's for the Synergy. A worst case scenario is that the Volphy actually clicks Sandstorm here and gives me Isolated. It's very risky because that never kills Grumper. But you never know. They did listen to me and pick the Chromion, so maybe they actually are in the stream. Who knows? Oh, interesting. Just trying to knock out the Brock. I respect it. No handcuffs. It's because it's drill for some reason. He can no longer... Yeah, I mean... He's still Aqua Stone. Nothing wants to take an Aqua Stone. I'm just gonna swap in Roller just so I don't give him the heal. See, this game's over. That would have been really close if it did Madness buff. I don't know if it would have killed. I think that would have maybe done 30-35% if I was lucky. And because I did 75%, it would have been, with Soul Shot, it would have been half 37 plus 25. It would have done like 62%. So I think it would have survived on like 2 health, and then it could have just ended the game. So that is tough. Go for it. Yeah, this guy's just a green circle clicker. You pretty much have to try and kill the roller there. Otherwise, you lose your Volgon. Oh, darn. Diabolo. GG. Always forget about Diabolo, but sure is nice when it procs sometimes. Yeah, these wins are painful. I haven't been watching this a whole lot, but ouch. It's just not rewarding to win a game. Like, I don't care. I'm not trying to like push. I'm just playing this team for fun, content for you guys. I gotta remember to post these videos on YouTube. I have like 3 weeks worth piled up, the last couple. YouTube is just kind of something I have not been putting a lot of love into. I know at some point I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make a what happened to Temtem video, and that kind of fell by the wayside. Because I realized if I'm going to be working on something, I should be working on Mutant Grid. And it would just take a lot of time to put a video together. Time that I could be spending doing other things. Like playing Deadlock. Oh, it's so bad. Alright, nice. That was a quick queue. I wonder if it's going to be a rematch. Or if it's one of you guys. Ringy, alright. I see you in here. Good luck, have fun. Don't be a cheater. That's lame. Alright, lots of Umbras. There's a raise, I respect it. Roller's gone, which is kind of weird. There's a Barnshy there. I feel like there's a lot of players that have scars from the... Oh, I forgot to switch back. Oopsie. Scars from the roller meta. I'm just gonna ban the Acronox. It's the only toxic type. I don't have to worry about like Faraday Cage and the Venom spread sort of shenanigans or anything with that way. There's no freeze options, so there's little reason to pick Momo first. Could be something goofy like a side double edge into Barnshy. Maybe the mob's lunch Barnshy. Let's go! The third time in their team, that's Gorong. It's Barnshy, Zenarith, Gorong, Zyzer, 2-wire. Brock. I could have gone Grumper there too. I was just a little bit afraid of like a Momo pick. Because I wouldn't have anything to burn the Momo down with if I don't have a Toxic on the field. And I don't care about speed on these two, like, at all, so go on. Bring on the Demoralize. Like, sure, I'll get burnt. Do less damage, like, whatever. Xenarth doesn't like taking a burn Soul Shell, plus a Spores. Seems really insistent on picking the Momo, so I think I'm just gonna take it out now. Such an insane Barnshe board. I guess it could have been, but I've got multiple counters to Barnshe in the back. And then I would have just taken the L on the Barnshe to double in on the Xenarth, and there's nothing that he had that wanted to swap in and take that. So even if it's a 1-for-1 trade of one of these two for whatever's in the left slot here, I'd take that. Broccolum can take a Sea Spikes plus a Beta Burst, I'm pretty sure. It's a stupid Tem. No, it's not. I mean, it's a bad Tem, but it just happens to like be really bulky. Bob was good. Calibus is good. Still done more than the Raise. Yeah, it doesn't have to be in your opinion. You are the Rise master. If you say it wouldn't have done more than a Rise, then you're surely right. See, and there's no Barnshe at all here. I have 2 Toxics and a Broccolum, and there's the Barnshe's scared. What's he gonna do? He's gonna click a green circle and burn. Like it actually will reduce the damage that Broccolum deals, and deal a decent chunk. So that's completely fair. Get holds off of King's Roar because I'm just gonna ignore the thing. Marble value. Let's go. First aid kit. That's lame. Yes. I appreciate the no drill size much today. Gives you evade by doing so. That's true, but he actually did leave the Discord or the the Twitch. I figured out how you can actually just stalk and check in who's in chat. So, what's Proxy Kit? That reduces damage on the ally of digital moves. So it's basically like Digiprotect. It's old redirection device? Yeah. So that's interesting. To get the... to help the Xenarth survive. It's still... it doesn't quite die at this point. So he can kill either one. So which one's more valuable to me? I think Brock is always more valuable. Brock's also the only one that can actually kill Zeno. So I think we stay in and we Soul Shout. And we hope I can live a +4 plus a Faraday. Which is going to be tough, but may be possible. And then we swap in Baboa because I need Aqua Stone off hold. %. No. There's no way I live. Oh, is that? Oh, he split. No, you can't do that. You can't do that. If he doubled in on Broccolum, I would have been really hurting. That's game over. Oh wait, no. First aid kit. Okay, fine. I forgot about that. Good play. Now I have to sack something else. He thought I was... He must have thought I was going to bring in Calibus. Which makes sense. That sucks. It did just over half to the Brock, too. He has no way to heal anymore. So do I save the Brock? Knowing that it's good against Gorong Zaizer. Probably. Ray's coming back in. I'm trying to think. That doesn't help him. Nice. Getting Calibus Teeth, that's awesome. Because I was never afraid of dying on him. Gonna get the Aqua Stone on the Rays. Oh, huge damage! Is that like a max speed, 0 HP? Maybe even damage invested? He's only got 1 hold off on the thing now. So he could Fiery... I was about to say he could Fiery Heist, but here I am with 2 Mucus users on the board. Ew. Yeah, that's fine. Show off, okay. Definitely not your raise. Yeah, no, it's definitely not. I always like the idea of using non-fully evolved Tems, but raise is like one of the ones I've never found a use for. I feel like I've never been able to find a good build on the thing. 2-wire? Alright, do your worst. Oh wait, Doi, I did drool. Ugh, marbles. Oh, rip. Double rip. That's so painful. And we get the Diabolo. Yeah, that was tough. GG. See, when in doubt, I do normally click Digi moves on 2-wire. That's part of why I always loved Turbo Attack. Because Turbo Attack did just insane amounts of damage. Even if you're using it on like a Toxic Tem, like a Calibus or a Nidrasil. If there's a potential swap in the back, I feel like it was always the safe thing to do. I think he probably had Cyber Claw and he was saving it just in case saving for when I brought in Minotaur so he could get the 2x off. But I strangled him, so I didn't allow him to. I might have won that speed game anyways, but I didn't want to risk it. We won't run ads. I think at the end of the hour, I'll probably just end the stream. Hopefully we can get in like 2 more games before then. Otherwise, like before you guys get hit with ads. Why is Raze in that team? I don't know. You just have to ask him. There's a lot of monotypes. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 monotypes. I guess he could have gone the 2-wire Zyzer combo on me, but I think pretty much any of my Tems could have survived that. It didn't seem to benefit. It seemed to be a slower team that wouldn't benefit from speed control too much. Not a whole lot of prio. Maybe it was a faster Zyzer than I'm thinking. Oh, also Broccolum. I always forget the Broccolum completely counters the, like, any 2-wire strategy, because he just gets camouflage. The only one it doesn't work with is like excuse me, game. Is handcuffs Volphy into like a Faraday cage or something. Then you can still get 2x on Brock, but that's about the only one. And sometimes people do that. If you happen to have Volphy and 2-wire on the same team, it seems kind of silly because one of Volphy's like best strengths is its defensive type chart. But if I was to lead Broccolum, or like let's say somebody's on blue side, they first pick Volphy because it's safe, and then I pick like Broccolum and something else. But then they can pick 2-wire and actually really punish my Broccolum. At least that's how it used to work when I was running Speedy Broccolum back in the day. It's probably even more scary now that that's a case where Cyberclaw would actually be better on 2-wire, because you could then on turn 2 break through the evasion with Plague Cyberclaw, and then my Broccolum would never get to do anything. Now, of course, that's like 4 attacks dedicated to killing a Broccolum, but there's also like nothing I can do about it, so don't know. Alright, got another match. Alright, if you're still around, good luck, have fun. Love seeing another roller. There's actually a lot of neutrals on this team. I've only got 1 mental. Chances are Minotaur's getting banned. It's very good against like guys like half his team. I'm debating on banning the Tataru because it could have Nox Bomb. Yeah, good luck, have fun. Alright, I'm actually going to ban the Raiken, because that frees up both Brock and Nidrasil. I guess mainly just Brock, because Nidrasil still doesn't want to go into triple wind. Even though Gazuma and Luale aren't wins, Grandpa definitely is. I should be counting. I should have like a Broccolum ban counter. How many times can I get people to ban the worst Tem in the game? Oh my goodness. I think that is a good play for him. Broccolum is very valuable in this matchup, but it is just so funny how sometimes the worst Tems can be viable purely because of like metas. Kind of like Magma was always disregarded for so long, but then the Gialis metas were all over the place, and I was running my melee core, and it was just the best thing I could do. Picking Calibus over Nidrasil here. Because I think I got more special defense invest on the Calibus, and I also don't mind losing it as much. I think I'd rather him spend his second ban knocking out Nidrasil if I get the chance. See, this is interesting. He's got to pick either Valash or Roller now, otherwise I pick Minotaur. Even then, if he doesn't have Stoneball and Roller, I could still pick Minotaur. But that's just not a gamble I can freely take. Interesting. So I am going to pick Minotaur. I am going to swap immediately, but I think this is still mostly a win, like matchup-wise. It could be a bait Gazuma. That people seem to love those right now. You knock out the Valash, don't want to deal with it. Roller's going to be valuable here. He did pick the Lawale, which kind of sucks. Probably Bird Season on Grandpa, so I don't really want to pick Tuvine here. It's probably going to be the other two. Didn't pick as many neutrals. Minotaur is going to be important in taking... So because Minotaur resists nature due to Ruminants, it really, really badly counters Lawale. So, okay, and it is not bait Gazuma, which is really good for me. Now, I want to focus on taking down the Roller, because the Roller is the only thing preventing my Minotaur from just going ham on this team. Seriously. Because it beats Tataru, Grandpa, Lawale, and it even has a positive matchup in Gazuma. So we'll see what happens here. I will Tink the Calibus, and then I will Tink the Roller. Then I will Goring Aquastone, and I hope that that kills, or gets darn close. I don't mind taking this. That is a not very high special attack in Gazuma. So I do expect this Gazuma to be pretty bulky. Just like it's only 5% chip, but I will take that on a Roller any day. I'm actually going to use Rockfall just because I actually do want some chip on this Gazuma. Because Gazuma's technically like the other one that can threaten out Minotaur. I'll also have Earthbreaker up on Roller after this. So if Roller swaps out, I could Earthbreaker into like Grandpa and get it down to like 20%. Yeah, so there's going to be Lawale here. No, it is the Grandpa. Interesting choice. I don't agree with it, but it's there. That's a squishy Grandpa. I'm just gonna bring in Grumper here. And I'm actually going to drill Impact, because I actually want Grandpa on the board next turn. Because that means that like Grumper gets a free E-Storm off, which I think I'm running E-Storm. I hated not having E-Storm. It's such a valuable move. Everyone else is just like, oh, I run Teeth Prison on my Nesla. I'm like, no. E-Storm better. Nom, 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 nom. Grumper eat wind, tasty. And a little heal to boot. And Grandpa cannot put me to sleep. I get Tardy Rush. And I think I'm in a really, really good position now. It's going to be tough for him to come back. I'm going to drill Impact because I'm pretty sure one of these slots is going to swap for Lawali. I'm going to say it's the Grandpa. And if Gazuma lives, I don't care either. Like, Gazuma's just so useless in this entire matchup. Like, against a team like mine... Yeah, good play. I don't really know why you would save the Lawali there, but because my... I am okay with this. I don't even remember what I was saying. Because my roller had Tardy Rush proc, it's going to be faster than the Grumper. Also because the Grumper's -1. If it's Gazuma or Tataru here, I bring in Minotaur. If it's Rolder, I just like... I bring in Nid. I don't know. I want to say Grumper can live a Resin Trap plus a Goring. He does have a Rock Fall up, though. I'll bring in Nidrasil, get Allergic Spread off hold, because the bait's going off the Lawali after this. Yeah, PvP is always for fun. That's why I'm using Broccolum when I say it's the worst in the game. And Grumper, which nobody ever uses. If you're not having fun with PvP, then you probably shouldn't be playing it. I think that's a bit greedy. Unless there's speed invest on this Rolder. I might have lived a Resin Trap. Yeah, I don't think you were making fun of it at all. It's just a genuine question. Saving the Rolder again, that makes some sense, but at the same time, it's not going to be doing a whole lot in the rest of the game. And it's now at a point where I could... I could actually kill it with Black Hole, even if it's not boosted. I got 2 Earth types left to give synergy as well. And the final nail in the coffin is me living the double Hurricane here and bringing in the Minotaur to clean up the game. I'll loop on quite a bunch of stuff. Yeah. Oh, Gust. I love Gust. But it does feel really bad. It's nice to have, like, Prio wind moves on the Wally, though. Is that the first Ruminant proc today? I feel kind of bad if it is. Oh, I can't. My... Huh. I'm not gonna outspeed with Black Hole because I can't swap. That's interesting. That is not something that I had considered. No Mercy today, 7-0, about to be 8-0, but yeah, it's not like I'm running like what I would imagine to be a crazy good team, but it just so happens to be very strong. More sort of happenstance than like intentional. Like when I tried it last week, I was like 10-2, and one of my losses was like the original iteration of the team that was just way overkill. Or it's like I tried having a Kinu to proc Ruminant instead of just like the Nidrasil Babala Broccolin core I have now. State of team Broccolin. Yeah, is the one and only team where Broccolin actually gets good value. Yeah, I'm still trash talking it. Look, Temtem does a good job of balancing things. There's no Tem that is bad. But out of all of the Tems in the game, Broccolin is the worst. Unless you want to argue that Saku is worse. I would be willing to hear that argument. GG's. That was just a rough matchup for you, I think. Yeah, you had so many things you had to ban. As soon as I banned the Raiken, you needed to ban Brock. But also Minotaur was just so strong against your entire team. You think Lawali is worse? Every time I say Lawali's bad, I get yelled at. Because people are like, oh, I can click turbo. Oh, you can click refresh and gain 26% of your health back. And so I just kind of stopped arguing it. And just settle for a B- slot for it on my tier list. Unless I put it in B now, which I might have. Still hardly considered a word, or a wind. It's garbage. Yeah. It's such a valuable typing and speed that but it just can't utilize them. What was the voice that woke you up? Oh, sorry. You can go back to bed. I was just imitating the people who told me Lawali's good. I use goofy voices for that sometimes. Let's hope we get a quick queue so I can get this last match done before the ads hit. Because I would feel really bad if we do get... I guess I got snoozes. I got snoozes. We're good. Yeah, so I mean, a review of the team. If I'm facing somebody with triple toxic, it's gonna be rough. If I face somebody with Mashuk, Volarend, and like Nox or something, that would just be the end of me. I don't think there'd be any chance at all. Time for Zax to queue up again. No. Please, no. Is he still online? Okay. I don't mind a good stall match. And that one was pretty good. That was one of those ones where you had to think like 20 turns ahead. And it was literally like one turn at the end decided, or it was just like the entire end game was already planned out for both of us. It was decisions that were made like 8 turns earlier that decided that game, which was crazy. Also, hello Happy, and thank you for the follow. How's it going? You interested in Temtem PvP? Maybe just playing through the story? I know it was on sale like last weekend or something. I guess I never actually put PvP in the title. Sort of forgot to do that. Oh well. Got through way more encounters on this silly radar than I was expecting. Not really a PvP person, just thought I was doing a radar. Yeah, that's fair enough. I mainly do PvP. I just do radars in between to pass the time while I'm just like waiting in queue. I'm hunting for a Luma Mintal right now. Just a Luma radar, not a number one. So if you're a Luma hunter, then are you hunting for something right now? Maybe going for Umbras or something? I know a lot of people have been going for Umbras more than Lumas right now. Some people have actually just been grinding out Psypark. It's so nice that they finally reworked it. I don't know why they didn't do that like 2 years ago. 3 years ago? 4 years ago? Whenever the game came out. Well, I'm glad you're here regardless. Probably not going to stream too much longer. Just gonna do one more match and probably call it a day. Doing free Tem. Okay, gotcha. Just got Luma Pyko earlier after 4 radars. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, free Tem. I hope you got some good low amounts for it. Because I know that sometimes when they give you like, oh, catch 100 drop leaves or whatever, it can be really rough. But the payouts are good. Usually some of the low percent ones you have to catch like 5. Yeah, exactly. It's kind of sad. Like doing PvP used to give you a ton of Pansuns, and now you just hardly get any. You used to get like 400,000 a week. Probably, if I wanted Pansuns for anything, I'd probably do free Tem or at least check it. It's nice because you can also just breed to do it. So if you have like a Gialis free Tem, you just like catch a Gialis or 2 and then breed them down. Yeah, this is definitely going to be the last one. Queues are just getting too long as is. Not sure what I'm going to do for next week. I know my plan is already going to be that, so after I finish up Glover in a couple weeks, I'm actually going to go back to doing programming on Sundays, probably. Just so I can get some more done. I never really acknowledged how much of my progress was made on the weekends. Because that is where the majority of my progress is made, I guess. Because I'm just burned out during the week. Full-time job takes a lot out of a person. There were some times when I was just starting, and even now it's not too bad, but like on the days I'd get to work from home once or twice a week, my workload would be pretty light, and I can more or less just take it easy, just get a few things done and call it. But now I'm a little bit busier. For some reason, like, all my coworkers are quitting. Couldn't tell you why. It's a nice place to work. Maybe it's just a thing where, because nowadays, at least in the US, having experience is so much more important than having a degree. So it seems like a lot of people are just trying to get any sort of entry-level job possible, work there for a little bit to get some experience, and then move on to the next place. That's a little more advanced and pays better. Too bad I can't just do Temtem for a job. I'm glad that the money I get from like Twitch isn't too much. Like, I really appreciate the subs and everything I get from you guys. But I feel like if I was getting too much, I would end up thinking that, like, oh, I could do this for a job, and then I would almost get stressed trying to just do more and more of it. When it's so nice to just do as a relaxing thing. I really do enjoy streaming just as kind of a for fun. It's not only in the US? Okay. That kind of sucks. Oh. Really, dude? Alright, trying to figure out what... Alright, you guys ready? We're pressing F, and only F this game. I really didn't want to end off the stream like this, but we might have to. Just because we're going to run out of time, and I don't think I'll have enough to play another full match. Anyway, 98, 78, 78. 84. Alright. Can he beat the powerful F-only strat? Hey, Cooners, good to see you. Now we're facing a story team. We had some good matches earlier, but this is not one of them. I'm seeing if I can beat this guy by only pressing the F key. Yeah, it's really unfortunate. Like, I could try more and just like actually click like Rockfall here, but I feel like this is a fun challenge. It'll give him the best chance possible. It kind of sucks like Ninja Still's in my first slot, so he's kind of, and Spores is also my first attack. But like, eventually my roller will get stronger because of Tardy Russia, maybe. Okay, fine. We'll try, just because this is gonna take forever if I don't. But I could definitely beat this guy just by pressing F. Tardy Rush work multiple times. Yeah, as many as you want. It's not always that easy to stay in for that many turns, but I'll pull it off. Stall roller stonks. So, roller is still very situational. It feels kind of like Anatan, but it's not useless if it doesn't get if it doesn't have a perfect matchup, basically. I wish I had cooperation, just so I could give this thing more stam. What's he got in the back? I don't know. I'll swap in this so I can actually start dealing damage to things. Yeah, I mean, so against stall, Roller is very nice. That's been its use more than anything. I am playing stall. I mean, it's not like full stall. I don't have that many like defensive investments. It's basically like bulky offense with stall options. Like last week, I did pretty much try stall, and it worked really well. I went 10-2. Today we're going 9-0. If you count this, I don't usually count these, so I'll say 8-0. Oh, Grease Cycrox. It's pretty good. No! No, he killed one! Is Q doable still? So this is the best time slot I've found to Q, and today was really bad. Most of my queues were over 7 minutes. Like, I usually found them within 10, but that's purely because, like, a player like this is considered, like, bronze or silver. And that's just... you'll fight somebody in that range after that long. Like, every week... Like, this is the first week where it's actually been bad. Every other week, it's been just fine. So... I'll probably try again next week. Maybe this is just an off week. I don't know. But it is kind of sad. I do still enjoy this patch. But I understand if people who actually are playing more than once a week and get burnt out. Could just be bad luck. Well, potentially. We didn't have any, like, double matches. I like the combo, buddy. You ended up hating this patch? Just because of the Ren stuff? I just banned Volarens on site, and I don't see a whole lot of Grunders. I don't, like... I've been lucky not to face too many hard stall teams. I think it would get annoying very fast if I did. I faced Zax earlier. I beat him by an inch, and... I'm glad I did, but it was pretty painful. Play at some point this week and have very fast queues. Maybe, but like a Saturday when I can reach like all 3 time zones. Hey, we actually got promoted. I think that's the most TMR I've got all day. Actually. Last weekend, maybe? Maybe. Alright, well... Like I said, I don't have enough time to do another queue before the ads hit. And I don't feel like sitting through another 7-minute queue, to be honest. Just to probably run into another story player. Hallucination spam, you're actively choosing not to play optimally. I don't know about that. I mean, this team is pretty solid against hallucination spam. Cause like I got camo on an electric type, I got bait on 2-vine, I've got Minotaur. I mean, it is Ruminant, but like it is Minotaur. I got multiple toxics and stuff to deal with, whatever. So I just banned like Tort, and I probably can get away with it. I guess if there's Tort and Vola, it would be rough. So basically, the team loses to toxics and kind of wins against everything else. That's what it seems like. I'm so broken. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I hope... I don't know if it's going to get hit, though. Honestly. There's somebody I haven't rated before. Team batting against 3 toxics. Yeah, no... my team does suck against toxics. I guess I forgot that Nox is normally on those teams. And that was kind of my oversight. Oh hey, this guy, what's his Twitch name? Justin6. Oops, caps lock is on. Alright, so this is one of the guys in my game dev circle. I haven't actually talked to him yet, but he just released a demo for his game. It is a horror game, so be aware if anyone's like not a fan of horror stuff, I'd definitely like skip out on this raid. There's nobody else really, like there's Zell running Lairs if you want to go and tune into him. I always just like to support some of the other game dev creators, even if this is the Temtem stream, so feel free to ditch afterwards, but I'm gonna raid him. So thanks for tuning in, everyone. I'll be back tomorrow with some more Glover. Very frustrating Glover. And next week, I'll probably play some more Temtem, and then we'll figure out from there if the queues are still bad. Probably going to run this team again, honestly. I've been enjoying it. It seems good. Let me grab the new code real quick, just in case anyone cares to use it. There we go. It's not as good as the last one, but that's what I got. Thank you all, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.